Hey, we are back with some bonus content here with Megan Greathouse. We had a great episode with Megan earlier talking about, her building her financial independence, with the lifestyle she's created. She's been able to quit her job, work full-time in real or, part-time in real estate and be a full-time mom as well. And part of what Megan is doing is making that transition in her portfolio. She has a portfolio of 10 units right now, scaling into larger commercial units right now as well. And there's been a couple of things that she's learned when trying to make that transition. So making that leap from smaller residential multifamily to mid to larger multifamily. Can you give us some of those insights that you've seen and what's been really key for you to learn as you've made that transition?
Absolutely, John. I think the biggest thing by far for me has been the networking. When you're in, single family or small multifamily up to 4 units, networking is important. You want to know other investors. You want to make sure you find a good agent, a good lender, things like that. But when it gets to that commercial space, when you're going for these larger multifamily buildings, it's incredible how many different people you're going to need to know. You need to start to get to know some of those brokers. You need to get to know who you're going to be trying to buy from because they want to know who you are. With a duplex, they kind of throw it on the MLS and then they just take all these offers that come in and they pick their favorite one. And they usually don't get to know you in any capacity. Recently, I wanted to look at a 24 unit building here in St. Louis, and they sent the broker I was working with a list of questions that they wanted me to answer for them before they would even let me go and see the building. And I was only going to see, a couple vacant units. It wasn't like I was going through every single unit. So it's a different game from that perspective. You need to have some network going, and a lot of that has to do with kind of the credibility that you have so far and how you can display that to all these people that you're networking with as well. It is different. It takes some time. I think the build up to finding that first larger multifamily property could even take a little bit more time because of the amount of effort you need to put into some of that networking.
Yeah, I mean, to that point, I mean, these individuals are very sophisticated, right? To own a commercial property, and we always talk about buying a business, buying off the NOI and the cap rate, and really buying the business operations. And you've got a seller who's really sophisticated, and he wants to qualify you as a buyer, and you just don't see that on the other side. So it's interesting that you've seen that and called that out as one of those big differences. Because to your point, on a duplex, you're not worried about verifying anyone's information. You just want to know, do they have the money? Do they have a pre-qualified loan letter that shows they can do it? And if they've got those two things, you're good, right? But in the commercial space, it's a little bit different. They do want to get to know you. They do want to verify that you can do what you say, because there are a lot of people who say things, but they back out, or they write a whole bunch of offers and they back out. So, and ultimately, we do business with people we like, and this is more of a business transaction than just selling a house. So, really key points there to take away. Thank you, Megan, for sharing that. That's a powerful insight for anybody who is looking to make that transition into commercial. You have to focus on the networking aspect of it. So build your network, build your connections, and make sure you're building that rapport and building your credibility as well. Megan, if you, for our listeners, actually, if you did not see our full episode, make sure you check that out. It's powerful information in there, lots of great tips to help you build your portfolio and to scale and make that leap. So make sure you check out that episode as well. Megan, you take care. It's great talking to you again.
See you later, John.